Okay, today's video. So when I did my initial test ride on my 2018, I mentioned that I had to get used to the clutch, and we're dealing with the actual friction point or the point of where the clutch engages. And on this, it's like way out toward the end of the throw. And you know, I did some research on it, and everybody's like, oh, you'll get used to it. Well, you know, I've been riding motorcycles 45 years, and I've always been able to adjust it. There's no way to adjust the actual friction point. So I did some research, and I wasn't going to spend a small fortune on adjustable levers. And then I found a company called Soft Brake. So Soft Brake, it's an exchange procedure. You send them your old levers when you put their new levers on. Come nicely packaged, and basically what they do is they reform the lever, which gives you about an inch reduced reach. So that should put my engage point right where I'm comfortable with the bike. So this video I'm going to go over the installation. They also send a self-postage envelope to send your levers back. They also sent some catalogs and stuff like that. All the different things they do. Different rear brake levers. A lot of nice billet stuff. Here's the thing on the exchange. I hope I'm getting this on the camera. The exchange for the polished. It's $49.95. Looks like they got brand new bushings in them. So I'm going to go over doing the installation. Okay, so before I get too far ahead of myself, your levers are held on with a pin, and it's got a it's got a circlip that holds the pin in place. So some snap ring pliers, there it is. My older bike, I didn't have anything that the pins would fit, but these fit pretty well right there. Just that small little snap ring holds the pin. Pop the pin out. I don't know how much of this you're going to be able to see, and remove the lever. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. So there's the old lever, and the new clutch lever is right here. So we'll take this out of the package. We'll see how much of a difference there is, or if you can even see it without it being on the bike. So here's the new lever. Here's the old lever. And I guess you can see the difference here, where this comes way out, where that's back some. So comes with a new bushing. Appears to be a new bushing in the cup. And I'm going to clean up the pin, put a little bit of grease on it. We'll put it back together. We'll see how much of a change there is for the engage disengage. See if it puts it where it needs to be for me, what I'm used to. I don't want to have to get used to something just because they don't have any way to adjust it. So we'll get it on there, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we got the pin greased up. Let me just make sure I can wipe this out a little bit just to clean it up a little bit. And I don't know if you can actually see any of this, the way the camera's mounted on my head mount, but that should go pretty easy. The new lever and the pin, and it just slides right in there, and then you just pop the pin in. That's it. That's it. Oh yeah, I can already feel a difference. Now where that engages is going to be what I'm looking for, and it should be like mid-lever. That's what I'm used to. That's what, I mean, all my race bikes, all my dirt bikes, all my street bikes, I've always had it in that position. And the only reason I'm doing the brake lever is just to match them up. So the clutch lever was the big one. So I'm going to put the snap ring back on. I'll package up my old levers, ship them off to them in the self-postage paid thing. We'll take it for a little spin, and I will comment on how the lever works. Okay, first ride with the new levers. Brakes feel good. I can still two-finger the front brake and get plenty of grab on it. Oh, the clutch lever, way better. The clutch lever, it engages closer to the bar. What would have been about mid lever with the stock levers on it, but it feels much better right off the bat. I'm pretty impressed with that. And like I said, the front brake spot on. I can still two-finger it, grab all the front brake I really need, and still not, crush down on my other fingers. Yeah, it's got plenty. So these levers are definitely keepers. Man, I just love where it engages now. It still has a really short throw. But for the most part, it feels like I wanted it to feel, which is outstanding. I'm going to do a little, I think I'll do a ride record here. Unfortunately, my touch gloves don't work anymore, and I'm just going to do a record a ride, and we're just going to start recording. So just going to take a little ride around the neighborhood. We'll go by Clara Barton's birthplace. They've got a camp up there for diabetic girls, summer camp. I don't know if they'll be open this year or not. But, let me get my glove back on here. There we go. Kind of overcast today, big white puffy clouds. It's about 50 degrees, 52 degrees, so it's a little bit chilly, but not bad. I think that was one of the Sheldon techs. He must be out for a test ride. Alright, we're going to stop before we put our turn signal on. Very nice. Yeah, I'm very happy with the levers. I just love where it engages and disengages. It definitely made a big difference. It's going to make a big difference when you're going slow. I noticed that's when I was having the most problem, because it was like on the very end of my reach where it was engaging and disengaging, and it was just hard to make my fingers smooth at that point. Yeah, there you go. Clara Barton birthplace, 1 mile. Alright, we're coming up to Clara Barton birthplace. And for those of you who don't know, Clara Barton, the founder of the American Red Cross. This is the Barton Center for Diabetic Education. They have a girls' camp here for the summer. And this little white house right here, that would be Clara Barton's birthplace. And they have a very small museum in there. Of course, it's been closed due to the pandemic. But there it is. Founder of the American Red Cross. I'm much smoother on the clutch now. And here's some of the cabins for the
for the camp. And they got a little pond. Back when I was a kid, we used to come up here when the camp wasn't in, and we'd go swimming in the pond. Alright, well, there you have it. I am super happy about this. These levers, they were well worth the money. And it was much cheaper to do this than to try and buy a pair of adjustable levers. Adjustable levers would be nice, but for the prices that they're gouging on them, way overpriced. I used to have adjustable levers on almost all my race bikes. You know, I'd pay 60, 70 bucks a lever, and they're wanting double that for one. So that's ridiculous. Alright, that's it for today. And Thursday, day after tomorrow, I'll be doing a ride video going down to Ellington, Connecticut, to Old School Harley Davidson to get the bike flashed for the WIM module. I love that clutch lever. That's awesome. Alright. Shiny side up, rubber side down. Have a great day, guys.